Let me take you back to the year 2017, where an isekai came out that was so bad it made the majority of anime watchers question themselves if there's such a thing as too much isekai. Hey guys, Thomas here. Now, in another world with my smartphone is awful, nobody doubts that, but how awful is it actually? On paper, it's pretty good. It has major things that separate it from the rest, like using technology from the previous life, and even a quirky transportation sequence. But it instantly got two main problems tickling me. First of all, what a fucking millennial. You die and get a wish for absolutely anything in existence, and you still pick your phone. Why? You have so many options. I mean, you could as well take like a genie with 1 million wishes.
I don't think so.
And secondly, you got an almighty god in front of you who's omnipotent. Someone who's all-powerful and doesn't make mistakes. The whole reason for the existence of this isekai is that God accidentally killed the guy. Or let's say he does make mistakes, he could easily reverse them. I'd say that's a much more easier task than creating a smartphone that works in a magical world without any electricity. And not only that, he also has to convert all the existing apps to work in that isekai world. What? Isekai Maps is still in beta? Goddamn developers, get your shit together! Okay, but let's say we accept that bullshittery. How does it proceed? Well, Toya, our main boy, could as well be a reincarnation of God in that world because he instantly gets everything he wants without even asking for it. Immediately after arriving, he gets rich by selling his clothes. He has no problem speaking the new language even though he can't read it. I guess God was too lazy to program an isekai version of Google Glass onto his phone. And within like half an hour, he saves 2 sisters from thugs and collects them in his harem. They're magicians and help him realize that he has the affinity to use all magics in existence, just to rub more salt into the trope wound. They build him up as a prodigy by stating that normal people can use 1 to 3 magics, but he can use all of them because fuck it. Oh wait, no! It doesn't stop there. Let's give him magic that's not even within the realm of normal existing magic. And let's call it null magic, because it nulls all the possibilities of making this story good. Null powers are the creator's way of releasing any restrictions the main character might have had in a magical world. The new powers range from being able to teleport, to seeing through walls, to healing whatever illness you freaking have, to programming the goddamn Matrix. That's not an exaggeration. He can create anything in existence by using alchemy. So of course the dude, in my magical fantasy isekai world, creates a freaking gun and uses his programming ability to make it that he never has to reload bullets. It's not that I'm against new and different things in isekais, but there really is no challenge in the game once you have tank units and your enemy still in the Bronze Age with swordsman units. It's time to restart the game and update the difficulty. But okay, being overpowered isn't necessarily bad. You can be brokenly overpowered while still having a good show, prime example being One Punch Man. He could defeat absolutely anybody, but there was intrigue in the show and a story that moved. Here, he also doesn't have any powerful villains to stand up to him, but he doesn't have any problems he's facing either. Because if something bad happens or an enemy pops up, he's like, okay, let me use my magic phone to locate all the enemies and fucking nuke their asses. And yeah, maybe the author tried to do something story-wise by not focusing on the hero getting the power and instead having it from the get-go so there would be no time wasted on things we've seen already. That's like instead of showing how Spider-Man became Spider-Man a millionth freaking time, you straight go into his adventures. But the adventures themselves are as bland, as tropey, as getting the powers. It's everything we've already seen. There is no innovation on the story front. He just happens to be in the right place at the right time to save a girl and put them in his harem decks. And no, inverting Kirito's clothing colors doesn't count as character development. But with such a wide range of abilities, you'd expect him to be blasting enemies with fire, water, slashing the heads off, all kinds of creative combinations of the powers. But nope, his main ability is slip. Oh shit. Slip. That's ridiculous, right? You don't think it's real because my skits are overblown exaggerations of the show, but nope, the strongest looking thing in this world, a mother-freaking dragon, appears and the dude uses slip on the beast and then kills it. Oh my god! But there's something even worse going on in the show. You might excuse the bad story, the bad characters, but he has a harem of 12 to 16-year-olds. You could easily make them 18 or 20, but no, it's specified that they're underage, which just makes it so weird. And like, he even gets proposed to by a 12-year-old girl and accepts it. But then they all agree to be his bride, all 4 of them. And how any of this is fine is beyond my comprehension. There are even ecchi episodes, like you usually get in isekai, where they go to a beach and they get to show off their underage bodies. Oh, but don't worry, if you're not into kids, they do have a legal lolly who's a 600-year-old fairy, so you can fap in peace. And if that isn't your jam, they also have a robot lolly who doesn't have an age, who just is a cum dumpster. But it really gets bad with the slime episode. Yeah, I love that isekai, but these two shouldn't really go together. This is an episode where they have an ecchi castle. It has slimes in it, and they're kinda like equals to dinosaurs in Flintstones, as in they serve a ton of different purposes. Like for example, you have lubricant slimes to lube up all the creaking door hinges in the castle, I'm guessing. But like, one slime is enough. You don't have to have a whole room filled with slimes with the sole purpose of lubricating, even for a good time. And then they go into clothes removing slimes. Nope, not acidic slimes that like burn you or something. Their only purpose is removing clothes. Because, you know, time is money and sometimes you're too lazy to remove clothes in your own. And is that something rich people would actually do? Who are like filthy rich, like the 1% of the 1%, like. Fuck. I wish I had some clothes removing slime right now. But then, you go into slimes whose only purpose is to enlarge women's breasts by being on them. I give up. Let's jump to the conclusion. The story is really average and provides nothing new or interesting, but as a silver lining, it's at least competent with its pacing. Something new is happening all the time and they never linger on a thing for too long, so at least it doesn't get boring, I guess? 4 out of 10. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did like the video and want to support the channel, then don't go to my Patreon, which I don't have. Just drop a like on this video, it helps me a lot. And if you have seen the show, did you feel a bit weird about the harem of underage girls? Or are you just so desensitized to that kind of stuff that you don't think about it at all? But anyways, if you haven't subscribed yet, then subscribe. The Isekai month is still continuing, and I'm gonna have a new video up in a couple of days, so don't forget to ring the bell to not miss that, I guess. Cut.